Good morning, everyone. My name is Amy Ferreira. Thank you so much for joining me today on our CIS demo. For today's demo, we're actually going to be focusing on plumbing projects. So, just so you know, we can always do a one-on-one demo for anybody that's interested, especially if you guys do more than just plumbing and you want to see other types of projects as well. And for today, our territory, actually, we're going to do a few different territories. We're looking at projects in North Jersey, New York City, and Lower Hudson, which for us is Orange, Rockland, and Westchester. But just so that you're aware, if you see, other territories that's not your own, you're aware of why. So I'd like to give a little bit of background about CIS, about what we do, how we get our information. So we've been in business for over 32 years. We are a family business based out of North Jersey. And we actually got our start out of frustration from one of our owners from using a lead service that was nationally based as well as a paper-based company. So it was taking too long for him to get all the bidding information. So he decided to start a company that literally just covered a very small territory, which is, New Jersey, some of New York, some of PA, and the state of Delaware. And so in order to make, have our information be sent faster, we actually used to fax our leads over every single morning. But that is the difference between CIS and all of any other service that's out there that you might currently be using. We're the actual only local service. We are in your backyard looking for projects. The other services are all nationally based. Some of them are international, and they tend to miss out on those local projects. And what we do and how we get our information, which is a big difference than any other service, is we have actual inside and outside reporters. We have about 50 people that literally hunt down all of our information. And we split our team between a group that handles the private work and the public projects. So on the private side, we actually go to the source of where you're going to get your approvals to build anything, to build a building, which are the planning boards, or the Department of Buildings and the City Planning Commission. It's all the same premise. If you're going to build a building, you have to get approvals before that happens. So that's where we start. Once we know what people are building, then we go to owners, developers, architects, engineers, and when they award the general contractor. And those are the people that we're following up with every step of the way until the project has been completed. On the public side, it is going to be anything that is being posted publicly, any kind of public project, municipality, a school, county projects, state projects, federal projects. And just so that you're aware, a lot of these owners and engineers are still posting those bids in newspapers. We get all of those newspapers. If you came to our offices, we go through hundreds and hundreds of newspapers every single week in our offices because we know that is a source of, of projects for owners and engineers. We go to bid openings for a lot of our bid results. We know that we cannot get enough information by making a phone call, which is what the national services do. So we physically send reporters to bid openings, to owners, to developers, to engineers to get a lot of our information. We also have a construction directory, which is what this is here, which we will take a look at once we log in. So everybody in your company can all have your own login. We don't charge, per user. So we're just going to use a, pretend company here today. Okay, so when you log in, you are immediately at my desktop, which is basically our homepage. So we have a lot of reports that are already started for you to make things easier. Which I'm going to start with today. I already did a pre-report so that we didn't have to worry about, taking care of that. So if I click on plumbing projects, we're going to start with this one today. This is showing us that we have out to bid right now 101 projects that have to do with plumbing. So just very quickly, I want to show you the keywords that I have here so that this is basically what we're looking for. All of these words in here. So these reports can be modified. You can add any type of word. You can take words out. You can actually, do a custom report for any type of work that you're looking for. But these are the words that we're going to take a look at today. As I said, we also have, a certain geography that we're looking at. So let's take a look. We have 101 projects. We're going to put everything on one page. And basically, these are the projects that are out to bid right now. We're going to click on a few projects to kind of give you an idea. And basically, we're looking at the words that we have in here are going to either be in the title of the project or within the description itself. So let's see, what do we have in here? Let's take a look at this one, New Harrison Rec Center. So this one is up in Westchester. And this is what your public bid looks like. You know, this is where you're going to get your plans from. There's a mandatory pre-bid meeting on July 20th. The work included. So it's highlighting the keywords that are coming up. Here is your description in here. And here are all the words that, you know, that are highlighted that we put in the report, plumbing and drainage and all that kind of stuff. And then here are your plan holders on this project. So these are the contractors that have picked up plans. These are the companies that, you know, if you're bidding as a subcontractor, this is the company that, you know, you are going to bid to. Or if you're bidding as a prime contractor, these are, you know, the companies that you would compete against. So like, let's take a look at S&L Plumbing and Heating. This is their company profile. This is telling people who they are, what they do, how to contact them, who their contact person is. But more importantly, is you get to see how companies are bidding and what they're holding plans on. So we could see that S&L Plumbing has picked up plans on these 4 projects. This is when the projects are bidding. Again, if you're going to compete if you bid against S&L Plumbing, you get an idea of what else they're looking at. And if you want to bid to a company, then you get to see what else they're working on. So instead of just calling them about one project, you can call them about anything else that would be relevant to you. This is showing you their bids. They've been low bid on 63 projects in the last 3 years. It's giving you an idea of the size of the projects that they're bidding, where they're doing their bidding, but also how they're bidding. So if we take a look at their most recent project, you can see that they were the low bid at $2,043,000, then the next company at $3.9 million. So it's just going to show you whether or not companies are maybe underbidding their projects, and, you know, basically how they're doing their bidding. Their other bids are 231. So if you combine the two low bids and the other bids, that's showing you in total what they have bid. So, you know, well over 300 projects. And then it's showing you that they didn't get the particular project, but you can see, you know, who did. So in this case, you've got a couple of different, you know, alternate bids and GC bids and all of that. But if we go straight down to the their plumbing projects or the mechanical projects, you can see that they were not the low bid here. Here's their number. Here's Joseph Lombardo Plumbing and Heating. And here's their amount, which is pretty tight, along with ACS Systems. So that's what you're going to see when you're looking at a bid history of a company. You can also track a company. If you click this circle, which we are already doing, this is going to let you know anytime that they pick up plans or place a bid on a project. Okay, so that was a company and a project in Westchester. So let's see what else we have here. And you can, you know, kind of get an idea of what these projects are. I'm trying to go a little bit slow so that you can actually see, you know, the names of the projects. Here's a boiler replacement at Lehman Village. So this is a New York City housing project. So if we scroll down a little bit further, again, you can see pre-bid meetings and addendums, and this has a description of what it's looking to do. There's boiler, there's piping, there's plumbing, there's all that work that's included in here. You know, if you're interested in a project, you can add yourself as being interested. So if you click this button right here, it'll actually show up with your company name. Obviously, this is not correct, but then the other CIS clients can see who you are, letting people know that you're interested. So here's, you know, Kagan and Clinton. They are a supplier. They've looked at this project and they're saying, hey, we can supply this project for anybody that needs it. Let's take this off. And then again, here are your plan holders. So you can open up any company, take a look at what else they're working on, and reach out to them to get involved with their project. If you're interested in bidding this project, then you can come right over here and you can track the project. Tracking projects are really important because it's going to tell you exactly when there's an update on the project. You don't have to search for updates over and over again. You can know that you're going to track it, and whenever there's any type of update, it will automatically let you know. So just scrolling down to the bottom of the projects, just to show you, you know, again, exactly what's out there. we're going to do, a one-on-one for anybody that's interested, but I think it's good to just kind of give you guys an idea. And then what we have also are bid results. So these are projects that bid yesterday and prior to that. And here are those bid results already. So here's one in New Jersey, a proposed restroom building. We scroll down, we have that description, and we also have that they're the sole bidder. So AB Contracting was actually the only company that ended up bidding this project. So, that's something to keep in mind. Again, you have you're interested and tracking the project if you wanted to do that. We also have the project in Manhattan that bid yesterday, a cafe renovation that's got plumbing in it. Also another sole bidder, Eastern Plumbing and Mechanical Contracting. And here's everybody, as well as Green Mechanical Corporation. Okay, so that was a custom report. And again, and just so that you know, I went back 30 days with the bid results between June and July. So this way you can see exactly everything that's out there. Again, just to reiterate that, we will do our own custom report for anybody that's interested. And, it doesn't have to just be plumbing. It could really be anything else that you guys are interested in. I want to show you quickly our daily email. So every day we send this report to our clients in an email, as well as you can easily access it like I just did. But basically, this is the everyday information. So every day we have a brand new report of what's new and what's updated on existing projects. And we break this email down into 5 different tabs, which is basically by the private work and the public work. So our pre-planning is super early project information. It can be a conceptual stage project. It can be a developer an owner trying to sell off a piece of property to a developer to have something developed, or it can actually even be a public building that needs to get approvals before it goes out to bid. So, a brand new school or a municipal building or something like that. So you get to decide which stage you want to work in. And what we are chasing, by the way, are commercial buildings that are 5,000 square feet and larger, and residential private multifamily dwellings of 10 or more units, or 3 stories and higher. So let's take a look at this warehouse up in Goshen. So when the first thing I always like to do is take a look at the description. Before you even go any further, make sure it's a good fit for you. So they're going to put up a 2-story, 350,000 square foot warehouse, 200 parking spaces, loading docks, and storage spaces for trailers. So then if we go to the top and work our way down, we know exactly where this is located. A lot of companies, especially if you're on the road and you work, in Goshen or near a project, you can, kind of drive by the job site, kind of see what's happening with it. You can print projects out so that you can do that with all the information. In this case, we know who the owner developer is, RDM Group, based out of Mahwah. You have your design firm. So for anybody that ever wants to get involved early, these are the people you're reaching out to. And before you do that, you should click on their names, just like we did the contractors, and see what other projects that they might have that could be a good fit for you. It's giving you some work included, but keep in mind, this is all a brand new building. They're always going to be plumbing in a brand new building. The planning notes. This is telling you every step of the way what's happening with this project. So preliminary site plan was reviewed by the Goshen Planning Board on July 20th. Public hearing has yet to be scheduled. So anytime there's an update on this project, we're just going to add that to the planning notes. So sometimes there's going to be, a lot of information from a project that might have been posted, a year ago or 6 months ago. Anytime we add to it, it's just going to be the top note that you can read. So again, if you're interested, give this project a try. Okay, the next tab is planning. These projects are a little bit further along, but still a general contractor has not been awarded. So let's see what we have in here. Let's take a look at this one in Newark, residential at 520 Broad Street. So same thing, let's see what they're looking to do. So they're putting up 4 multifamily buildings of 2,100 plus square feet residential units and 173,000 square feet in parking. So again, go to the top. So it's going to be on all these different streets here in Newark. Your owner developer, Heartfelt Townhouse Build from Brooklyn, your design firms, some work included. And basically, site plan application will be reviewed by the Newark Planning Board on August 21st, carried from July, carried from May. So sometimes, that kind of stuff happens in the summer, a lot of times, they're busy. People are on vacation. They're not always doing the planning boards, and they're just kind of carrying stuff out. Same thing as we've been doing. You can track the project. You can add yourself as interested so that you can be notified of anything that's happening with it. Okay. Next tab is negotiated. So this might be more for you as a plumbing contractor. You might not care about getting involved early on, but if you want to get involved with the general contractors that have already been awarded on the project, then this is where you're going to do that here. So we've got 6 projects, 1 new, the rest of them have been updated. So let's take a look at this one. So here's where your contractor is, CM and Associates. This is either going to be your general contractor or possibly the construction manager on this project. Again, you have the location, you have your developer, your design firms, and then this is telling you that they're putting up a 7-story, 25,000 square foot mixed use building. So it's got, 9 condos, 2,700 commercial space, a community facility, and then everything else that's happening with this. And then we can see that as of yesterday, excavation for the new mixed-use building has commenced. So when it's saying that there's a work in progress, that's what has started, the excavation work. Regular construction has not. So you still have an opportunity to get involved with this project by reaching out to CM and Associates. And again, click on them to see what other projects they might have that you can talk to them about. So again, give yourself a track and add yourself as interested. Okay, the next tab we're going to look at is out to bid. So this is where we're putting all of the public projects. So there are 32 new and updated. Put as many as you can on one page so you can just kind of go through it like this and take a look and see exactly, you're going to read these titles. That's how you're going to know whether this is something you want to get involved with. So we've got, tree removal. Obviously, we don't care about that. Concrete repairs, a playground upgrade. Let's take a look at this one, combined heat and power in Rockland County, so for the sewer district. So this is what your public project looks like. This job is bidding on August 24th. Here's your location, your owner, the documents. You can click here to get to BidNet for the documents, the contact for questions. Your pre-bid meeting is on August 10th. Any other questions? And then it's telling us the work included and your scope of work here. So kind of the same thing. If you're not sure about this project, just give it a track. As we start adding plan holders, or, sometimes there's not a description on a public project when it's posted for the first time. So that's what I mean when I say, if you're not sure, just track it and see the information that comes in. But for this one, you can actually read through this and decide if it's something that's a good fit. I just wanted to give you an example of a new project. And then what will happen is, especially after the pre-bid meeting, we'll, start adding plan holders, but also our reporters will start reaching out to find out if anybody has been, has been added as a plan holder. And then these are updates on existing projects. So again, by you tracking your projects, you're not going to have to worry about looking at updates, because automatically they're going to come to you by you tracking the project. And you can see there's, a lot of different stuff in here. Okay. And then the last tab that we're going to look at in this daily email are the bid results. So these are projects that bid yesterday, and here are your here are your bid results for that. So we've got, house repairs. We've looked at actually a couple of these before, actually, in our custom report. So we'll just take a look at something like this. This is a cafe renovation in Manhattan. Let's see. So your bid results are here. XBR, here's their amount, Fratello, all the way down to the highest bidder at 24 million. So again, just giving you an idea who you're going to reach out to if you still wanted to get involved in a project. Maybe the person that you bid to was Fratello, they didn't get it, but now you can see that XBR did and reach out to them, or for their next project that they might be working on. And this is where we're fast with our bid results. These projects all bid yesterday, and here already are your bid results. Okay, so back to the desktop. This is where we're putting all those projects that we've tracked. And when there's an update on a project, this is what it looks like. You can just click on it and find out what's been updated. Here's a pre-planning project. The rest of these are all out to bid. Here's your bid dates. Here's your negotiated project. We're going to tell you what the stages are. And then as well, we have the tracked contractors. So you can see that there were 5 projects, 5 contractors that have been updated. And this is what it looks like. So you can see CJ Vanderbeck placed a low bid. ELQ picked up plans and placed a bid. Montesano Brothers did all 3 of those things. And all you have to do is just click on the contractor's name to know exactly what they've done. We have a search bar here. This is how you can search for projects. You can search for contractors. We also offer advertising opportunities. So if you want to be the first company that gets listed as a plumbing contractor in North Jersey or New York City or Lower Hudson, I'll just actually click on all of these and I click on the hard hat and I type in plumbing. Whoops, plumbing contractors. These are all the plumbing contractors that are listed in all of those territories. But again, you could be the first company that gets listed. You can pay to be up top. As well as you can search for suppliers and owners and professional services. An owner, if you don't know the name of the project, but you know the town or you know the school or you know the private owner, you can search that way. So there are other things that would be really beneficial, to contractors for you guys to take a look at, which is again what a one-on-one demo is for. We have really great customer service. You'll have one customer service rep that would handle all of your questions or anything that you would need. So again, just to kind of give you a recap, we are the only local project lead service literally in your backyard. I'm sure a lot of contractors that GCs that you bid with, or other contractors that, competitors, or just other people that in construction use our service. Definitely talk to them about CIS, and please let me know if you would like a one-on-one demo. So thank you so much for your time today. I hope to speak with you soon. Thank you.